So in order to be balanced, we're going to use a split step or a stutter step. And I'm going to kind of assume a little bit that you know what that is. We're not going to go over that in detail. We have more important things to talk about in this particular series of videos. We will link, I've done a pretty comprehensive look at how to split step for free on our YouTube channel, so you can check that out. We'll link to that somewhere right around here. What we are going to talk about is where to split step. And this is probably the most common question that I get is, all right, Ian, so if I'm going to serve and volley and I want to come up to the net and I need to be in balance, let's just say that you watch the first video and you say, all right, so I get it, I need to be in balance, I'm going to use my split step, where do I split step? And that's not the right question. The question is not where should you split step. Everybody wants to have a point on the courts where they're going to hit their serve, come in, and it's like, all right, Ian, just tell me, do I need to split step here? Or, all right, you're saying I need to be in more balance, so should I split step here? It's not where, but it's when. It's when the ball is about to be struck by your opponent, the returning player, is when you should begin your split step. So that means that where you split step is going to vary. It's going to vary depending on how fast your serve is. It's going to vary depending on how close to the service box your opponent is. It's going to vary based on whether you're hitting a slice serve or a flat serve, etc. Ball is going to move through the court a little bit more if it's flat versus slice. So once you serve and you're moving forwards, you need to be watching your opponent like a hawk. And this may very well mean, depending on all those variables, that you may have to split step just a couple of steps inside the baseline. And if that's the case, then so be it. Remember, we're going to prioritize balance and control over closeness. I don't care how close you are. If you're not in balance and you're not in control in your volley, you're going to end up making too many mistakes for you to actually have the upper hand. It's going to backfire and you're going to end up actually giving the benefit to your opponent. So it's not where, it's when. If we could skip all of this and somehow serve and just teleport up past the service line where all those easy volleys are, that would be great. But we only have a finite amount of time. The amount of time it takes for our serve to get to the returner to close in. And I've watched a lot of those of you who are watching who've been playing tennis for a long time. I've watched a lot of players in their 60s, their 70s, still great serve and volley players, no longer have the speed and the quickness and the explosiveness physically, but they're very, very smart and they're very, very controlled and balanced, and they just don't miss a shot from back here in no man's land. Now, in the video after this and then following, we're going to talk about how to be comfortable from here, because as we've now discussed, we need balance. You can't avoid this part of the courts. Coaches have good intentions when they say don't hit in no man's land, but what they should be saying is don't stay in no man's land. You can't avoid, if you're going to be a serve and volley player, you can't avoid hitting shots in no man's land. What you should be doing rather than avoiding them is being in the best balance possible, making as many of those shots as you can, and then continuing through no man's land to improve your position after that.